You know, while the major labels are busy with layoffs and cutbacks and going out of business and pouring all their remaining money into the RIAA to try to sue teenagers, it's amazing what little startup labels are still able to do in hip-hop today, and are still doing. One such label is called Bivak Records, someplace called, I think it's Norway or someplace crazy like that, and check out what they just dropped. As you can tell from the fat picture cover here, it's called Graffiti by Chain, featuring the Great Peso and Pumpkin. Chain, or Chain 3, was an old school graph head from the early 80s and the 70s, and he recorded this demo way back in, 82, 83, something like that, but he was never able to put it out. So this is a long-lost hip-hop track. It's got Pumpkin on the beats, and the Great Peso, of course, from the Fearless 4, doing backup vocals and chiming in on the hook and stuff like that. But really, all the verses are by Chain 3. And Chain 3, I mean, he's not the greatest MC. He's not going to blow your mind. He's not Melly Mel. He's not, Cool G Rapper, Rakim 5 years before the time. But this is really classic kind of early old school 80s stuff. It's got some great beats. It's got some great vibes. And again, this was completely lost to the ages until this rare label managed to put this out in, I think it's actually about 2009, early 2010 that this came out. And it also features the instrumental. And it doesn't sound like a crusty old demo off of a tape or anything. It's really got a nice mastered sound to it. There you go.
Sound you hear, you're having no fear. The man down, he is in your atmosphere. Check him out, y'all, without a doubt. Graffiti, New York City style. Yeah, graffiti, change graffiti. Do it. I started as a writer, and that was true. Now it's on the 5 4s, everything took my name was all he said. I'm just a plain looking signature, made you looking scared. Had a little fame, and my name was Jane. I went on, quiet, I had a game. I had a bit of rap, mimic style. And all the other crews just fighting like wow. I sat right out and got all the go. I gave up my cans and went disco. Here to tell you a little story about riding through the city, cause everything happens in the life of graffiti.
Now, in addition to that, it's got a couple B-sides. The first one is a track called Silent Thunder by, let me get the name right here, Marshall Blueberry. This is another group out of Norway, or actually one guy out of Norway. And you could take it as sort of like, their local act kind of piggybacking onto Chain 3, they're restoring this demo and they're putting out this new guy, and it sort of is that in a way. But first of all, it's a great ode to graffiti, so they really go together. It's got a pretty dope beat, not very old school or anything like that, but it's got a cool sound, and he's talking all about the history of graffiti. So first, let's play you a clip of that.
Train coming from the other side. Okay, train's coming from the other side, bro. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Fuck.
This is produced by a guy named Big Marty, by the way. This is just the intro, but let's skip through some of this.
Battle times, don't need rest in peace, hero, your style is plain time. T.O.P. rock take shit back then and right now. TFB, watch the whole car show on me like wow. Bow for the ride, this is fun to this graffiti shit. I'm in front of people, characters done by people. Now take the pose, take the photos. One of the most blanket burners was on make I on my nose. Held up the bones and dropped too many to name. Colors make these strings burn like hot, funky flame. Now who's the history of damn shame? If we forgot all about who is who in this graffiti game. I'm dropping this here silent thunder for all those fame hunters heavily rapping their nicknames. I've been bombing the Bronx like fucking crazy. I've been slamming anything in my way. It's like the old days, bro. I love doing that shit. I've been doing it since I'm 11 years old. I've been bombing. I'm a fucking bomber. Who cares if my people...
So it's really got some, it's a new song, but it's clearly got some great old school ties to it and all. It makes it fit in. But if that's not enough for you, if you're still thinking that's kind of cheap, the remix then, they got another Silent Thunder remix, and that actually features a whole new beat.
With them styles out of sight, going wild on styles with Tracy 168. Respect them all the riders, Holland down by MTA. We were all getting up with crack and ceramic. Respect goes out to J3 and the TMT.
I woke up in the morning about 7 o'clock to the bill of that wall and hit the
And it's got a bonus verse by Chain 3, who's come back. This is his only rap since Graffiti in the early 80s. Now in 2009/10, bam, he's right here.
Train on our way to school, then we'll go to the concourse, that's what we'll do. So we ran the bench with all the deaf riders signing autographs. All the songs sung by us, you had to get up, or else the coins were torn. So you better have your pieces out on board. There was Riff and Cliff.
So that's a pretty tight package. It's also got the instrumental for Silent Thunder, by the way. So great picture cover, regular price 12 inch. This isn't one of those $100 collector's item things, you know, so dope. It is a little bit limited, I think. It's about, I forget how many copies it was, but it's available still. Great picture cover, great label. This just comes out, you know, you got Universal and everything crying foul and suing people and falling to pieces. It's great that something like this can still come out. And so yeah, like I said, that was like 2009, 2010. So Bivak Records has already come out with their second release, which is a mixtape, or a mix CD, properly speaking. Now you can see the cover there. It's called Freakin' Ill Presents From the Wiz Vaults, the DJ being Chris the Wiz. And it's just him mixing up lots of dope, rare, old school New York style mostly, although New Jersey's pretty nicely represented here as well. You know, blending them together. It's actually not so heavy on the complex blending, scratching, and mixing. It's pretty much almost radio blends, I hate to say it, but you know, it's more about the selection, it's more about the track listing, it's more about the songs they pick. And in fact, they do what a few mixtapes have done in the past, where they leave the track listing off. They don't tell you what songs are on here. There's a few notes, but no track listing, so you have to guess for itself. And they do some pretty interesting choices. It's not all completely obscure random rap, though there is some definitely random rap and stuff that might stump you. Some stuff is, you know, a little bit more easier. Like I said, New Jersey's sort of nicely represented with stuff like they wind up with that dope posse track by at the end, and even some surprising stuff, some kind of more mainstream stuff, like of all people, is actually featured on there. And then there's some other stuff which I didn't even recognize right off the bat, and I'm not sure I could actually complete the whole thing. There's a contest. If you can guess the whole track listing, send it in, and they take you out to dinner or something, but you have to get yourself to Norway. But yeah, I don't even know if I could pass it. I recognize a lot of the tracks. I don't know if I could get them all, though. So this is already their next release. This is out, too. Both of these are already out. Both of these are sort of normally priced, so they're worth checking out. And both of these have a lot of promise. Both of these make me want to know what's next from Bivak Records, because this is some kick-ass stuff. This is amazing this came out. I didn't even know about this until they hit me up to it themselves. I'm really kind of ashamed I slept on it, because this is dope. And this is a really nice mix. So like I said, check it out. See if you can guess the track listing for yourselves. And let's see what Bivak's got next up for 2011. Until next time, peace out. Wherever I'm on around.